Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Legal Docs Talk 24/7. It's your girl, your favorite paralegal, aka Cassandra Lynn. And I am going to wait for people to hop right on in. Come on in. Come on in. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I was working while it's raining and hold up, I'm trying to do two things at once. And then I was like, let me go check the docket for Chrisean, because I know I told you guys I'm waiting for a particular don't y'all start. My dogs hear thunder and they're like, "Oh my gosh." I was looking for a particular document or for the docket to be updated on the other end, so that way I can see exactly what's going on. But before I let me see. Cause you know what? We not about to have no crazy mess going on in here. No, we're not. So Cassandra got to put it on, puts it on lock. Oh wait, hold up. Oh, I don't think that I can do it. I thought I can do something on this side, but I can't, which is okay. So mods, just be ready to, you know, block anybody. And like I said, my rules, we don't speak on no children over here. So you mention a child, other than you saying that you're praying for a child, you're going to be blocked. We're going to stick to the topic. If you're disrespectful, is one thing of having opinions, but if you're being disrespectful, calling people out of their names, I don't care who it is, you're going to be blocked. So just be very, very mindful of your tone. But anywho's, I wanted to go ahead and give you guys an update on hey, I'm sorry, Buttercup, what's up? Rakia, hey, I hope I said your name right, Miss Bailey. I'm gonna call you Miss Bailey. So let's hop right on into this. So this is the confession of application to either revoke, accelerate, or terminate. And so we're going to go over this. I'm going to read this to you guys. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Child, there are how many people in this world whose signatures or not signatures, but their handwriting is horrible. That is lawyers, doctors, and I guess judges. What judges are? Yeah. So it's straight chicken scratch. So I'm going to do my best to read it, but here is the confession of application to accelerate. That's why they got accelerate there. I'm trying to move this down and see if I could just move this out the way. Oh man. There we go. All right. So it says, I am the defendant in this case, and I have signed my name at the end of this statement. My lawyer has also signed at the end of this statement. I have received and read a copy of the application against me, and that was the first amended application. Hey, B Money Son, thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. So this is in regards to the first amended application to accelerate. Okay. So that's what they're talking about. Um, where was I at? Okay, I have received and read a copy of the application against me, which my lawyer now has. My lawyer and I have talked about this allegation. I have told my lawyer what I did and what I know about the allegation I am accused of. My lawyer has told me what he has learned about the witnesses and evidence against me. I have talked to my lawyers as much as I want to, and we both agree it would be best that I confess the allegations in the application to accelerate. I believe that the witnesses and evidence against me can prove the allegation and establish facts to support my confession. Hey, Katina. Hey, Absent. All right, so here, my lawyer has told me what the recommendations is for the violation and has told me the district attorney recommends that the court give me the following sentence. So accelerate to 2 years a suspended sentence with 2 additional years of DOC or Department of Corrections supervision. All right, so y'all see that. So 2 years suspended sentence with 2 additional years of Department of Correction supervision. So pretty much she has to not be in trouble. Like so it's a suspended sentence. So instead of her going to jail, she is going to be out and free. But she cannot do anything within those 2 years. I mean, absolutely nothing that will get her in trouble. Then it will be another additional 2 years that she will be under supervision. So, in all fairness, she cannot get in trouble during this time. And the district attorney signed off on it. And it says, I know that by confessing the application to accelerate, I give up my right to have a fair, speedy, and public hearing, and all the other rights that go with the hearing. I'll now give up my rights and confess the allegations by signing this confession of application. I also understand I waive any motions or defects in the proceedings to date. I want the court's record to show that my lawyer has explained to me my rights and that I understand my rights. I know that the purpose of this hearing is to decide whether I have violated the rules and conditions of my sentence or program participation. I know that I have the right for a court to hear the case and make this decision. I know that I do not have to confess the allegations. I also know the district attorney must prove that I have violated the rules and conditions of my sentence or program by a preponderance of evidence. I know that before I can be found to have violated the rules and conditions of my sentence, the witnesses and evidence against me must be presented to a court. I also know that I can be in court at all times during the hearing, that my lawyer can be there with me, that my lawyer and I can participate in the hearing. I know that my lawyer and I can see and hear the witnesses and evidence against me, that we can object to certain evidence and cross examine the witnesses against me. I know I can call witnesses who can testify for me, and the court will order witnesses to attend court on my behalf. I fully understand these rights, and I make a choice at this time to give up these rights and confess the application to accelerate. I was not promised anything or threatened or forced against my will to give up these rights and confess. I am fully competent and and I am not under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol. To appeal from this conviction or order deferring sentence on your confession of an application, you must file in the district court clerk's office a written application to withdraw your confession within 10 days from this date. So pretty much, instead of going through the court process, she just said, okay, I admit to what I did. I admit to violating um those rules that was set in my initial probation, and ask the court to accept the state's offer of the 2 years suspended sentence with the 2 additional years under Department of Corrections supervision. Now, within the 10 days after, she signed this, if she wants to withdraw the confession, she can do that, and she would have to file, but I don't think that she's going to do that. Um, and that's pretty much it. So here's her signature. They signed this today. Now, and this is the minutes. This is what we did not see. Okay. Well, I said did not see. This is what we saw on the docket. Those were the court minutes, and that was fine and dandy, but I actually needed to see this. Now, oh, and I'm not going to read all this because this is pretty much what it said. But one thing it did not have, it says what? hold on, let me see if I can read this. Court finds, I don't know what that is. Court finds blank is a, oh, the D. So court finds defendant is a competent person and has something involuntarily waived her right to a something and confessed to said first amended application to accelerate. Court finds that sufficient evidence to the application to accelerate a defendant's sentence to, and then count one says 2 years. Then Department of Corrections, all suspended with defendant to pay all previous fines, which was that 160 some dollars, and courts are or is assessed all something 991A fees and be in DOC supervised probation for the next 2 years. Defendant at is that supposed to be waived of or her or advised of her appeal right? There we go. So it's kind of confusing. So I was like, okay, is it 2 years suspended sentence and then that same 2 years that she has to be under DOC supervision? So I think that's what that is saying. So instead of her going to jail, she has a 2 year suspended sentence under the Department of Corrections. So for those 2 years, she has to report to her probation officer. Period. There's um nothing else. Okay. Well, you know what? I blocked your and it's some people that I block, but I'm blocking that because what I'm not even gonna put that on the screen. Um, Let me tell y'all something. That comment is wild only because it's just like, so you telling me everybody that whose case that we take because they get some type of deal that y'all are funny. Y'all are really, really funny. No, that just means that the lawyer is lawyering. That's exactly what that means. The lawyer is lawyering. Mark, um, what am I trying to say? Her attorney, Mac Martin. I don't know why. That's why I'm like, what? Mac Martin is based out of Oklahoma City. The dude is a beast. The dude is a beast, okay? He's a good attorney, and that's what good attorneys do. As a defendant, you want an attorney that can, either get your case dismissed or get you the best possible plea ever. All right. This here, what Chrisean did is she admitted to everything that was in the application for acceleration. Okay. She admitted she waived going to trial. She waived for people to go, on the stand and, com- how can I say this? Not even like confess, but, those witnesses to tell exactly what she did in regards to each of those violations that each of the rules that she violated. So she took up and said, I did these things. I violated everything that was mentioned in this application for acceleration. I own up to it. And I accept, and I pray that the court considers the DA's recommendation for the 2 year suspension. Oh, that's what it says. So yeah, so it does say 2 years DOC sentence, supervised sentence with the 2 additional years of DOC supervision. So, well, to go back then, because if I'm reading this correctly, so she has 2 years of suspended sentence, and it says DOC. Then it says with additional. They won't say additional if that wasn't. So that's a total of what? 4. So 2 years suspended sentence with 2 additional years of Department of Corrections supervision. I had it right the first time. So that's that. Yeah, y'all better hit that like button. Y'all better hit that like button. So yeah, that's it. And it says, I waive my right to sonographic records. So they didn't have a court reporter in the room. They didn't have a court reporter. And the judge signed off on it. This is all that I was looking for. That's all that I was looking for. And then this is just the DA's prosecution reimbursement notice. And it just says date of sentence November 8th, 2 years, suspended sentence, and she's going to be supervised by the Department of Correction. And it says, in accordance to Title 22 of the Oklahoma State 991A, you are hereby ordered to pay the prosecution reimbursement fee in the amount of $40, money order per month for the first 2 years of your probation. First payment is to be paid 30 days from the place of the plea. And so what it was 160 something that was already paid. Yeah, and that's it. Yep. So it's a total of 4. 2 years suspended sentence with an additional 2 years of uh supervision under the Department of Corrections. That's it. That's all. I have been getting a lot, y'all. I'm sorry, because my restream, I don't know, it kind of reset. I don't even know why it reset. But I've been getting a lot of Instagram messages regarding, does she has to stay in Oklahoma and blase, blase, blase. As you guys can see, there was nothing on that piece of paper that indicated that. Me personally, if I don't see the judge actually putting that on the order, I can't say. Okay. I can't say yay or nay to that. What I just read was the minutes from the judge, from the signed order, including the minutes from the judge. It didn't say anything about, can she stay in Oklahoma, blase, blase, blase. That is something that when she goes to her probation office, they are going to say whether or not she is able to leave Oklahoma or she can, transfer her probation elsewhere. Okay. So I'm not sure where people are getting the information from that. I I don't know. Maybe they're looking at the Young Thug situation, because the judge said, and we heard it on live, and they said that she was going to add that too. Like he couldn't even go back to Atlanta or something like that, something along those lines. But he was able to travel elsewhere. But on this particular document, I did not see that. So I can't say whether or not she has to stay in Oklahoma or if she can travel outside of Oklahoma. I have no clue, because it does not say that anywhere on the docket or in the document that I just read. So I hope that answered all y'all questions, because I just seen it. So somebody says, do she have to stay in Oklahoma? I have no clue. When if she comes on and tells us, then that's one thing. But as of right now, I don't know if she has to stay in Oklahoma. I don't know if she can go back to California, but she can travel for work. That I don't know. All of these questions, I don't know. I don't have the answer to, because the judge did not put that in the paperwork. Y'all know me, I have to see the judge sign it and put it in the paperwork. I did not see that. All it says is that she has to be supervised by the Department of Corrections, and that is it. That's all. That's it. There was nothing else that indicated otherwise. And I hate that I didn't answer y'all questions, but that is just what it is. And I'll kind of go back to that. Let me share my screen. Oh, no, I don't want to share that one. That is my work. Yeah, I was in the middle of work, but it's raining and I'm getting lazy. I might watch me a movie. So yeah. And y'all saw me, I read this. There was nothing in there that stated whether or not she can, if she had to stay in Oklahoma or if she can travel outside of Oklahoma. That is not in this document. I'm sure when she goes to the probation office, that is something that is going to be discussed. That's going to be discussed there. Now, if she chooses to get on this here internet to let y'all know, then that is what it's going to be. But as of right now, there is no way to confirm that. Number two, nobody can call and ask about a case unless you are a party of the case or you are an attorney or a paralegal on the case. I just want to be very clear about that, because if there are people that you can have a case number, but the following question that that clerk should be asking is, what office are you calling with? Plain and simple. So I hope you guys are not calling up there. What is this? Yeah. Um So I wanted to do this quick live for you guys to kind of give you an update of what I was waiting on. Um, she has confessed. She has owned up to what she did. The district attorney. Now this is the DA. So don't nobody be like, "Oh my God, she did." No, okay. The recommendation was from the district attorney. The district attorney said, "This is what we recommend: 2 years suspended sentence with 2 additional years of supervision." That's it. That's all. She accepted it. I mean, there's no way you can tweak that, twist that, interpret that, other than for what it is. All right. This is her confession of application to accelerate. And that's it. Any questions before I head on out? Because I just wanted to tell you guys that like, share, and subscribe this. I am going to turn off the comments because anything related, there's just too many people out there commenting, negative stuff. And honestly, I don't have time to read it, nor do I want to see it on my platform. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you all have an awesome blossom rest of your evening. I might hop back on here because there's something that I want to brew up that I caught wind of today. So I am doing some research in lieu of me actually doing some work. But once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, y'all be blessed, and I'm out. Bye.